Despite the encouragement of Scripture, the practical truth is that consistently doing the right thing is often exhausting. You might be the only person at your job refusing to cut corners or take kickbacks. You put in the honest hours, yet you sit by and watch colleagues who compromise their ethics secure the promotions. Or maybe you pour your energy into your marriage and your kids. You show up, you pray, you teach, and in return, you encounter difficult attitudes and a lack of appreciation. Even in your private life, you commit to personal morals. Meanwhile, you look around and see people living recklessly, seemingly thriving and enjoying life without consequence. Performing positive actions in an environment that offers zero reward creates a gap between your effort and your results. That gap is where willpower disappears. This burnout feels modern, but it was diagnosed thousands of years ago. The Apostle Paul addressed it directly in the text of Galatians chapter 6, verse 9. The text warns explicitly about losing heart. It recognizes the temptation to simply surrender and abandon your moral efforts when the results of your work remain invisible. There is a paradox here. If the actions you perform are objectively good, the exhaustion you feel is likely coming from an internal friction rather than the deeds themselves. That desire to quit does not mean your actions are wrong. It signals that your actions are being powered by a source that is running dry. Curious. So what is the psychological mechanism that turns positive actions into a source of fatigue? This diagram illustrates sowing to the flesh, or transactional goodness. You do what is right expecting a specific payout, but when others fail to deliver the gratitude you expect, the circuit breaks. You feel owed, and those unpaid debts pile up, leading to constant frustration. Moral exhaustion is the result of this math. You are demanding a transactional payout from a world that rarely rewards integrity. To break that cycle, we have to introduce a different mechanism. The text calls this sowing to the Spirit. In this diagram, actions remain the same, but you intentionally reassign them as acts of spiritual worship, bypassing the expectation for human reward. This shift severs your reliance on earthly fairness. Your good deed isn't dependent on someone saying thank you. The value of the good deed is fully realized the moment it is performed, because it is offered as a sacrifice to God rather than a trade with people. When you remove the demand for payment, you remove the possibility of being shortchanged. It is harder to grow tired of an act when the act itself is the completion of the goal. Let's look at the reality. That environment at your office and the ungrateful attitudes at home will likely remain the same tomorrow morning. But by routing your motivation through spiritual obedience, you insulate yourself. You are no longer vulnerable to the indifference of your colleagues or your family. Look at the areas of your life where you feel the most drained. Audit your motives. Consider changing who that action is for. Endurance is found when the craving for human validation is replaced by the offering of a spiritual sacrifice. Changing your motives will not produce instant gratitude or sudden career promotions in the short term, but the text offers a guarantee of a due season where results materialize. Sustained spiritual motivation secures a compound yield over time, provided you do not give up during the quiet period of growth. Transactional goodness exhausts us with unpaid debts, but spiritual goodness provides the fuel to reach an inevitable harvest.